Good afternoon, everybody. This is Cyrus here, back with another video. Before we get into this video, I might apologize quickly if you hear any noise in the background. That's just the wind outside. Right now, fall breezes have been hitting Toronto. As you know, it gets pretty cold here up in Canada, with strong winds and strong snowstorms. So yeah, right now, fall breezes are blowing in, and they're quite strong right now. So luckily, I'm safe inside of my apartment. Just making a little video at the moment, so if you hear any wind noise right now, that's the reason why. But we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about these three trucks that I'm showing. This is part of an Ertl, a set made by Ertl. If you're a long-time collector of Ertl toys, you might be familiar with the Ertl Bank Truck series. And what's interesting to note is if I go right here, this was actually part of a 3-pack. I don't own the box for it, as I got this secondhand, but I'll show you what we've got going on. So I'll also explain the backstory a little bit behind these three trucks. So starting off, these are smaller than your standard Ertl Bank trucks. You do have your coin slots on top, but really there's no way to open these. You can see this one's riveted. Unless you want to drill apart the rivets and take this thing apart to get the coins out, you get the idea. Otherwise, you can't really put many coins. Really, the only coins you can put in there are pennies and dimes. That's it. You can't put any quarters. Well, you could probably put a nickel. Nickels are small too, then again. I don't know for sure. But most likely the two coins you're going to be able to use with these trucks are going to be pennies and dimes. And once you have them in there, good luck getting them out. For the first one of these trucks, this I got in a thrift shop bag at a Value Village back in late November of 2020. It was in pretty good condition, despite there being some minor damage on the bumper portion. Sorry if my shadow is covering up the camera, but you can see just right there, there's a little nick in the bumper if I adjust the camera a little bit. Yeah, very, very small damage, just right there, like a little nick or a little cut. You can see some of the chrome is chipped, and you can see that cream-colored plastic poking through the chrome, though it's kind of hard to tell. Then there's really only a minor chrome scratch right there, but otherwise, the truck is complete. There's no problems with the back bumper or the grille and headlights. And what's interesting to note is instead of having white walled tires, the tires are actually made out of white rubber. And it's hard to see on camera, hopefully I can adjust that, but it does say Ertl on the tires. Plastic base, metal frame with wheel wells, as well as the metal step lining, metal top. So there's a decent amount of metal being used in this truck. This is the first one I got. And then the next day I went back to the same Value Village and found these two in a bag, just those two. No other toys in that bag. And then it just so happened that earlier that same day, I was actually Googling this truck right here, and it turns out it was part of a 3-pack. Decided to go back to Value Village to take a quick look, as the day before, there was actually a Tonka pickup truck that I found in a bag. There was a little bit more plastic being used on that pickup truck, but I didn't really care as it was like a Tonka toy, so it, you know, definitely caught my attention. I didn't find it the next day, unfortunately, but I did manage to find these two. So the next one we'll take a look at is this 1913 Ford Model T delivery van. You do have a little spare tire on the side, as well as a little horn. There's an air squeezing thing. You would squeeze that with your hand, and then it would make like that old car horn noise you heard back in the old days. You have your steering wheel. Ford logo on the front grille. Some more golden detail. Roof rack. And once again, small coin slot. and then 2 doors in the back of the truck. Plastic base, plastic accessories, but your body and your frame portion that's connected to the base, that's metal too. So other than that, all the accessories on the truck are plastic. So your grille, windshield, horn, steering wheel, interior, wheels with rubber tires, but otherwise the plastic being used is pretty acceptable. And finally, this one is the one with the most metal. Just giving you a quick walkthrough. There is no plastic base. That right there is a metal base there. I believe they also did this truck with like a back that had like some barrels on the back instead of this large metal box piece. So I would like to find one of those and add them to my collection, one of the smaller ones. Haven't found it yet, but definitely if I found one, that would be kind of cool. Moving on to your front portion, you do have your grille, once again plastic, but that's okay. And then your rubber tires with plastic insert wheels. What's interesting is these are not separate tires. It's that typical design where they'll usually have rubber tires and then they'll have a dual plastic wheel for the dualies in the back, and then they'll put both rubber tires on there. Aside from the wheels being plastic, the only other plastic piece would be your windshield and interior. The rest of this truck is metal, and you do actually have some interesting details if you focus on the back, including a door latch and then 2 hinges, diamond plating on the step board on the side, and you actually do have some gridding on the step board on this Chevy delivery van. Doors in the back, but not really painted, but you could probably paint the door handles and stuff. And then these windows here are hollow on this one. And then this one's also a Chevy. It's a Chevy box truck. Interesting to note that with earlier box trucks, you had like that rounded roof, which is kind of interesting. Still pretty cool otherwise. Giving these a little bit of a roll test. This one actually rolls along pretty smoothly despite how heavy it is. Model T does pretty well. And the final one, just a little bit more stiff and squeaky. Yeah, you might want to grease those wheels with some WD-40. Oh well. So that does my video on these 3 trucks. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, or do you like all 3 of them? Totally up to you to decide. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in some more videos very soon. Have a good, safe rest of your day, guys. Bye.